Hey, how's it going? It's Sayeef. If you don't know who I am, I've worked with some of the largest channels in the world. My work's gotten over 250 million views on YouTube. And if you want to know who I worked with, well, currently I'm working with the Sidemen, who are a channel with about 20 million subscribers. Other people I've worked with, guys in that sort of 1 to 40 million subscriber range. That's where I'm working in now. And in this video in specific, what I want to go over to hopefully help you is the formula that I found for myself has worked to increase my income, because I've gone from basically making nothing, doing it as a hobby, to then making a little bit here and there, to making a few thousand, to making over 10,000 a month from video editing. As Over said it is, I've done it. And I've also helped other people, including guys that you probably look up to, helped them also make a lot more money from editing. And yeah, so we're going to cover the formula for how to make more, and also how to deal with the workload that comes from that. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of work that we're going to need to do. This isn't a video where I'm going to say it's passive. I'm not going to say it's easy, because honestly, I have been editing for about 3 years now, consistently for money. So from my first video, which was for $5, to now, it's been a lot of work. And if you're someone that's willing to work hard, then this will help you. If you just want something easy, this video probably isn't for you. Anyways, so from everyone that I've coached so far in the video editing space, and also what I found for myself, the amount you make can be pretty much perfectly controlled by two factors. There's the amount you're charging per video multiplied by the amount of videos you do per month. So the average amount you charge times how many videos you do, that's going to give you your monthly income. Now, of course, for the amount you charge, this can vary from client to client. Maybe, let's say your average is 100. You might have one at 90, one at 110, one at 50, one at 200. So it's just whatever your average is multiplied by how many videos you get done. So let's give an example. I'm going to give you some numbers to sort of give as an example, but you can input your own numbers to kind of understand how this works. So let's say there's someone who's charging $100 per video right now on average. If that person is getting each video done in average 3 days, let's say, that's 10 videos a month. So $100 per video, averaging 10 videos a month, he's making about $1,000 per month. Now let's ask ourselves, how can we get this person to get to 2,000 a month? How can we get him to 4,000 a month? How can we get him to 8,000 a month? Let's actually do the maths here. If we raise his prices from $100 and we slowly raised him, got him the clients at $200 per video, if he's getting the videos done in the same amount of time, so still takes 3 days, still getting 10 videos a month, he's gone from 100 multiplied by 10, which is 1,000 per month, to now doing 2,000 a month, by doing the same level of videos, just for different clients. Now, a lot of people will say, but a $200 video might take longer than a $100 video. Yes, that can be true, but you can also get higher paying clients for basically the same amount of work, if that makes sense. So an example I like to give is the work that I do now. So let's say like a reaction video. A reaction video right now, I was working with a channel with, I believe they have 5 million subscribers. It's the Just a Reacts channel. Actually, no, I think it's more around 1 or 2 million, I think. Anyways, that's not the point. The reaction videos that I did for them, they took me around a day or two. And I was charging, I believe, 1,100 per video. So it was like a 10-minute video, cool. That same type of video, if I was doing them 2 years ago, when I first started editing and making money, I used to charge around 150, 200 for honestly the same quality and like length of work. The difference between when I was charging 200 and when I was charging 1,000, like 1,500-ish, it's not the actual video, it's 4 different people, and my brand has grown, and there's 100 different things that affect pricing, but essentially the work has maintained the same. So just because we're changing this guy from 100 to 200 doesn't mean that he can't get it done in 3 days still. So that's the first way that we can instantly double his income without him getting faster. But then a lot of people forget the other side of the equation, which is not only to increase your income, not only can you increase the amount you're charging, but you can actually get videos done faster. And the real power of this comes when you mix both of them together. So when you're charging a lot per video, but you're also getting them done quite fast. So let's say you want to make, let's do like a reasonable number. Let's say 4,000 a month. There are multiple ways that you can get to 4,000 a month. You can charge 100, you can charge 100 per video and get 40 videos done per month. And that sounds like a lot, right? So, okay, you're probably not going to double your income, it's going to be difficult to double the amount of videos you do. Like, it's difficult to go from like 20 videos to 40 videos a month. It's possible, yes, but the easier lever on your business is going to be your prices. So now you go from 100 to 200, then 200 to 300 and 400, and you're moving up to, let's say something reasonable, 500 per video. To make 4,000 a month is 8 videos per month. I believe I've got the maths right. Hope I do. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an idiot right now. So $500 per video, 8 videos per month. That's 2 videos per week. Reasonable. That's 4,000 a month. Now move up to 16 per month. That's 1 every 2 days. So you dial in your workflow, you start using automations, you start using like a more iterative workflow rather than just one that stays static. Now you're at 8,000 a month. It's like, do you see how there's these 2 levers that you can pull? You've got your how much I'm charging, how quickly I'm getting them done. And these are basically the only 2 variables that actually matter when it comes to the income you make. Now, are there other things like networking, word of mouth, brand, outreach? Like, there's all these things, but fundamentally every single one of them comes back to how does it make me more money per video or help me get more videos done. So let me explain this a little more. Why does outreach make you more money? Let's break it down. So it actually allows you to get more videos done. Why? Because if you don't have the client flow, if you don't have clients, you're going to get less videos done. So let's say right now you're doing 1 video per week, but it's not because you can't get the work done. It's because you literally don't have the clients to work on. So what ends up happening is you have 1 week to finish 1 client's video and you don't have anyone else. So what ends up happening is you slack off for the first few days, then get all of it done on the end. If you had 2 clients, you'd be able to just do one in the first half, one in the second half of the week. So outreach solves that constraint because you now have more clients. So you actually have a reason to be working. And it also gives you more leverage to raise your prices because when you have multiple people that you're in conversation with, you're able to charge more because like the way you go about a conversation is very different when you know you need the client versus when you know you have another 15 clients ready to work with you. We're getting a little off track here, but one of the best ways that I've found to raise prices and overcome the fear of rejection is genuinely have no need for the client. It's like you approach the conversation with a client differently when you know that it's genuinely in the client's best interest to work with you. And if he does not accept your price, you can almost have like this like big dick energy where you don't say it outright, but the underlying vibe is that you both know that you can work with someone else. Now, of course, this shouldn't come from like a place of ego if it's not deserved. So if you genuinely don't have the client flow right now, it's going to be difficult for you to be like, oh, well, I don't even need you. I'm going to charge you $800 per video when I'm normally charging $50, but you know, like I don't need you. And that's a little too far on that side of the spectrum. But in general, the less you need clients because of you already having other clients, the easier it is. So you outreaching, you building your brand, you doing all of these things will get you more client flow, which means you don't have this weird needy bitch energy when you are speaking to people. And I'm saying that because I had that sort of energy. And when I started learning more about this sort of abundant mindset, meaning when you have more than you need, it's just an attractive thing to clients. That's when conversations just become so much easier. And I'll give you an example. I used to struggle to get people to respond to me, just clients. And I used to constantly get ghosted, and I used to constantly just like have to follow up so many times for them to either even talk to me or pay me. I've had conversations now, and I don't recommend this, but I just want to use this as a way to explain what a brand and what these things do. I've had clients where they reach out to me, so it's an inbound client. We talk, they offer like a video and they ask how much it is, and I don't need the client because I've got other people I'm working with, but I'm like, fuck it, let me give like a huge number in case he takes it. And this was when I was moving up my prices quite a bit, and I was like $1,000. So I was charging around like $600 at a time, $500 at a time. I said $1,000. The guy says, okay. And the thing is, when I saw that okay, I was honestly surprised because I wasn't expecting him to actually say okay. But the thing is, I was kind of busy with other people, so I ended up accidentally ignoring him. So he asked how much, I said 1,000, he said okay, and I ignored him. And then he double texted. And the thing is, when I was watching that message again, I remember I was editing one of my other client videos, and honestly, I was happy with the amount I was making. I believe I was making around like 4,000-ish a month. So I was honestly happy with how much I was making at the time. That guy literally spammed my DMs to work with me. And it's like in every other scenario where you hear about editors struggling, they're struggling to get a response, while here there's a client literally begging to work with me. And I don't say this from a place of ego, but I say it as in, this is what happens when you build your brand, when you have more clients than you know what to do with. Clients actually, they're running away from most editors, and maybe you've been on the receiving end of that, where clients are running away from certain people. They ghost, they don't respond, they don't reach out to you. But the thing is, they're running towards other editors. Like, they have to be running somewhere. It's like there's this swarm of bees that are like coming after the client. They're running away to like their place of safety, and that place of safety is basically like the top 1% of editors. What happens in the marketplace that we're in, so within the YouTube industry, all of the clients, well, at least the high-paying clients, they all congregate, they all amass to the top like 1-2% of editors. While all the low-paying clients, they're basically left to all the other editors who aren't able to fix their client flow and fix how much they're charging. Because here's the thing, with certain creators, and this might be a belief break for some people, you might be scared of raising your prices because people won't want to pay that much, or why would someone pay me if they can pay someone else, or they can get it cheaper elsewhere. How can I charge 500, 800, 1,000, 2,000? How can I charge that? I had the exact same beliefs until I was watching this video, and he was talking about huge numbers in terms of how much he was charging. And I was thinking the same thing that maybe you are, where it's like, why would someone pay me that? And he actually addressed the issue in the video. He was like, and you might be thinking like, oh, why would anyone pay that? And he said, there's some people in the world that just want to spend money. Like, they have more money than they know what to do with. And for me in that situation, when I was from like a poorer family, when I was struggling to make money myself, I had a scarcity mindset around money, where it was like, I wouldn't spend this much on a video, therefore it makes sense no one in the world would. But there are people who genuinely enjoy spending money. And I'll give you an example. Like, let's say there's a guy who wants to buy a pen. It's like, this guy's literally a multi-millionaire. He's making 6 to 7 million a year and huge ass profit margins. Like, he just wants to buy a pen for his 10-year business anniversary. What sort of pen is he looking for? It's like, is he looking for a normal biro pen which he can buy in a 10-pack for $5? Or is he looking for like the most exclusive pen that he can find? Like some Mont Blanc pen that goes for however many, like $1,000. Because even if that same pen was priced at $15, he actually wouldn't like it as much as him spending $1,000 on a pen. Like, it sounds stupid, but the value of things oftentimes is correlated with the price. And it's like bi-directional. It's like generally, the more you spend, the more value you get. But it's also, you also get value from spending, if that makes sense. Like, there's a perceived, like, right now, if I offered my same editing for $100, it would be perceived completely differently to what I'm charging now, which is more towards $2,000 per video. My editing can be the exact same, but just by charging more, I attract a different type of person. And there are people out there, it's just sometimes you need to be comfortable, almost like shooting high, shooting in the dark somewhat. And then one day someone says yes, and it completely breaks your beliefs around how much you can charge. So, yeah, that's today's video. We do have a new office, which I hope you enjoy the background of. If you're new here, you can see the other videos where I'm in my bedroom. That was where essentially I lived in my parents' house for my entire life. And the reason I did that was I basically dedicated my life to entrepreneurship, and I told myself I'm going to live very, very minimally. Like I wear the same t-shirts, I wear the same clothes, stay in my parents' bedroom, work 12 hours a day on editing until it works, and it worked. And this is my first office. So pretty happy about that. W's in the chat, boys. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're an OG, if you've been here for a while, hope you enjoyed this as well. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.